Hi, I'm Andy and you've caught me underneath a Rav 4. Now I'm a teacher, a lecturer at Unitec in Auckland in New Zealand, and I make heaps of videos for my students to show them how things should be done on the cars. And I like to make videos because it not only helps the students but it can help other people as well that want to watch the videos and hopefully not make too many mistakes when fixing their car. We've just replaced there's previous videos on this, we've just replaced the CV boot on the front drive shaft. Quite a simple job and not really any special tools needed for that. And we've also replaced the knuckle joint on the front. Now the knuckle joint itself, that's this big cast iron fingery thing that bolts to lots of stuff, that wasn't damaged, but what was damaged was the drive flange. And the cheapest and easiest way to replace the drive flange was just to buy the whole unit. The drive flange alone from Toyota was $250, and that was trade price, so it was crazy expensive. Then I would need to buy a wheel bearing as well, which is about $120. I got the whole knuckle joint complete for $200. So it's just a bolt into place job, a lot easier. Plus we get to sell the old knuckle joint on eBay, so we can get some money back on that as well, because we know it's not faulty. Okay, so the last part of this job now is to reinstall the brakes on this corner of the car. And the first component to go on is the brake disc, which is quite simple. Now, in some places you guys call these brake rotors. I'm English, so it's a brake disc. And that just pops straight onto there. Quite simple. If the backing plate wasn't bent, it'd be even more simple. So we'll just massage that back into place. There we go. Okay. Make sure that there's no that backing plate going to catch, otherwise it's going to cause a noise for the customer, which of course it is. It's quite often these things get a bit bent and damaged when they're in storage at the breakers' yards. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, so now that that's in place, we can fit the pad carrier. Now I'm not replacing the brake pads today, they've still got a bit of life in them. And of course the customer, as usual, doesn't want to spend too much money. So the pad carrier bolts to the knuckle joint via these two bolt holes here. And as in the previous videos, really important that we use a little bit of thread lock on there. And this thread lock that we're using is Loctite 263. Good stuff. And that's just going to make sure that those bolts don't have any chance of vibrating loose. And we don't want that. That would be bad, to say the least. Okay, that's one in place. I'll just get that finger tight to hold it all in position. There we go. Okay. Right, bolt number 2. Dum dum dum. Not too much, that's all you need. Just a little bit on there. And as you bolt it up, that'll work its way down the threads. And it's going to essentially glue the whole bolt into place and prevent vibration from making it come undone again. Now again, these need to be quite tight. 17s. We don't want, there you go, I'll just place that down there out of the way. We don't want these coming undone. Now, you can always piggyback spanners, which is really useful. If you do that, you can get a heck more torque on there. Very good for, not so much cheating, but making sure that things are nice and tight rather than just thinking, oh, that's enough. Can't be bothered to get a power bar. There we go. Okay, those are nice and tight. Next job, make sure the calipers, the hose isn't twisted, and that goes on just like that, quite easy. Now these are sliders. This is a floating caliper, it's only got a piston on one side. These are the sliders for the caliper, and they need to slide freely, and if they don't, it's going to cause problems with the brake. It's going to cause the brake to stick on and not provide, sorry, I've got man flu today, not provide the kind of braking force that they should. and it's also no doubt going to cause some uneven pad wear as well. And it can also cause a spongy pedal. As one pad wears and the caliper doesn't float, metal components start to flex because there's a heck of a lot of force going on down at these brakes, on modern brakes or brake boosters and things. And of course metal components only flex so much, and especially cast iron ones, they can actually snap, which would cause brake failure, and we don't want that. So always check your sliders, make sure that they're all good. Okay. Again, there'll be a specific torque setting. I'll let you guys find that out. It's really important that we get the drive shaft retaining nut tight. Now, I'm very fortunate that I've got rather a large Blue Point windy gun that I've had for about 20 years. Very useful for this job. Bit noisy there. There we go, nice and tight. And this little device here needs to go on, and that helps to hold the nut in position so it doesn't come loose. And if you align it, just keep walking it around, eventually, can I move that? Yeah, I can. Keep walking it around the nut, you'll see that eventually one of these slots will line up with the hole, and then we can put a split pin through there, hopefully. Hopefully it will. Keep going. One more. Yeah. If not, I'm going to have to give it a little tweak. That's nearly there. Golly gosh. I'm sure I'll be editing some of this out. Okay, I'll give it a tweak. Come on, big windy gun, let's do some more. Haha, there we go. So I'll find a new split pin and I'll pop that in. My name's Andy. I'm a lecturer at Auckland at the Unitec campus, and I teach automotive. I'm not at the campus at the moment, I'm at home. This is my own workshop, and I enjoy making videos to spread the word of how to fix things properly. So there you go, how to fit your brakes. Thanks for watching.